Hello friends, in this video I'm going to show you how you can implement AMP for your WordPress blog. First of all, let us know what is called AMP. AMP is nothing but accelerated mobile pages. What it does that your website might be having lot of images, lot of JavaScript, lot of HTML, CSS, but in the mobile devices people usually use 3G and 4G till date, so loading all those scripts is a big pain. That is the reason Google came up with a concept called AMP. What it does that it converts your website pages to static HTML pages which doesn't have any JavaScript, has minimum CSS so that it can load faster. So to convert WordPress website to AMP, there are a couple of plugins. Out of that, there are two plugins that I recommend. So I'm going to show you that what are those two plugins. So if you're using newspaper theme, then it comes with the default AMP plugin, which I recommend to use, but it needs a lot of knowledge about the software, and you have to do so many things at the back end to get it work. But still I'm going to show you that how it looks like and what are the features it has. Otherwise, there is one more plugin which is really good, which is called AMP for WP. So this is the plugin that most of the people use. In fact, Shout Me Loud and Blogging Cage, though the leaders in blogging in India, even they're using this plugin for their blog. So this is the plugin that newspaper provides, which is the typical AMP, the main AMP plugin, which is provided by the WordPress repository. It has very minimum option, and of course it has to be supported by the theme, and newspaper theme has done a lot of modification to get it work. If you're not using newspaper theme, then I won't tell you to use this plugin, because then you'll have a lot of issues. So for all other website, I'm going to prefer this plugin, which is really good for AMP. So I'm going to show you how to implement that. For that, let me go to my blog. Let me go to plugins. So I already installed that, so let me first deinstall that, and then again I will show you how to do that. Let me delete that first, so that I can show you the setup it asks initially. Let me go to AMP for WP. Also, I had to go to plugin and add new. Here, let me search for AMP for WP. So this is the plugin that I'm going to install that. Then click on activate. So once we activate that, it will ask for the setup. One is the easy setup and one is the full setup. If you're a beginner, then you should always go for easy setup. If you have used this plugin before and you're using for some other website, then you should go for full. So first of all, let me show you how the setup is for the beginners. So first of all, it is asking for the website type. It is taking as a blog, and where you need the AMP. So by default it is going for only post. If you want, you can go for home page, if you go for pages or archives, but my preference would be to only go for post. Then design and presentation, that you can change it, like how the logo looks like and what is the color scheme. So for AMP version you can have a different logo compared to your desktop version. Then you have the Google Analytics code, you can put it here. So I already have that code, so you have to paste the code here. Then you can choose the privacy settings, whether you want to show the cookie bar or GDPR. So let me click on yes. Oh, I think you can enable only one option, not the two options. That's fine, no problem. So again, for the advertisement, you can add the Google AdSense code over there. So you can go to setup, and you have to click there. You have to add the client ID, you have to add the data slot. So you might know, right, you might have done for the website the same thing. You can configure the advertisement in AMP as well. So that's all the basic setting. Now if you want to go for the full options, which is really important, so let me go to full options. Here it is asking, this is the basic option that we have shown already. We have to go for the settings. Here you can choose what kind of logo you want to use. If you want the logo to be resized automatically, you can click flexible width, or you can go fixed width. If you go flexible width, what it does, based on your mobile screen, it will width will be less or it will be more, so it will adjust automatically. Okay. Then for the AMP support, I want only for post, so I'm going to click post. So let me show you, like I have installed this plugin and did the basic setup. Now whether my AMP is working or not, let me cross check that. So let me show you how to cross check that. Let me go to my blog. So as you can see, my blog is loading in typical desktop format. For any website to load in AMP, always we have to add this code. You have to add the question mark and then AMP. Since this is my home page, and as you can see, like for the home pages I'm not going to use AMP. That's the reason. Even if you click here, like the question mark and AMP, it is loading the desktop page because AMP is not enabled for the home page. Now let me go for some post. So by default it will load the desktop version, but in AMP there is an option that if anyone is using this post or watching a post in a mobile device, then it will automatically redirect to the AMP version. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But first of all, let me check whether AMP is working for my website or not. So for that, let me go for question mark and AMP. So as you can see that the complete layout got changed, right? So complete thing got changed. If you want to see how to look like in a mobile device, so let me go for a different screen. So this is typically how it will look like in a mobile device, and this is a AMP version. But you have one more option to validate, like whether the post is in AMP version or normal version. So I'm going to show you how to validate that. So for that, let me go there. And you can paste the URL. Make sure that you have the question mark and AMP, okay, and run test. So this will tell you whether this link is AMP optimized or not. So it's a valid AMP page, but Now if I check with the home page, it will show that it is not a valid AMP page. So let me cross check that. That's my home page, right? So let me enter. So it's not a valid AMP page. So that means that we have properly set up AMP. Now let me go through the other options. So make sure, like, whatever setting I am telling you here, you should follow that only, because I'm using AMP for almost a year and there are settings that I use for my blog and it is working perfectly and it is really fast. So whatever I'm telling here, the settings, I feel like if you follow all the settings, then it should be good. All right, so we have shown you the general settings. Then let me go to advertisement. Again, this is a basic thing. For ads, you have to mark it here and you have to add all the information. There are 1, then 2, then 3, 4. There are 4 slots are there and 5 slots are there. Oh, sorry, 6 slots are there where you can add AdSense code. So for your blog post, you have 6 position where you can show the ad. So there will be 6 ads will be shown for your post, and I think which is more than enough. Now let me go to SEO. Here you can add the meta description and open graph meta tags. So if you're not sure what is called meta description, then I'll show you some example. If you go to Google and search for my blog, which is blogbyts.com, so this is called meta description. So for AMP version, it is going to show the meta description if you click here. Yes, if you don't do this, then this text won't show up in the search results. Okay, if you want to add any HTML codes in head section, you can use it here, but in my last 1 year I never had the option, so I feel like you don't need that. Now SEO plugin integration, if you're using RankMath, then you have to select RankMath. If you're using Yoast, you can select Yoast. So it will integrate with the SEO plugin to provide a good SERP results. Then those options, like for the URL inspection tool, that you can keep it on, then canonical tags, then you can keep it on. So go by the default option that you have. If you're using Elementor plugin, then you can go to Elementor plugin and you can click it yes, but what is happening that it won't work unless and otherwise you buy a separate plugin for Elementor support, which costs about, I believe, $30 to $40. Then the other option is PWA, Progressive Web App. In my past 1 year, I have faced a lot of issue. If you activate this module, sometimes your website won't load at all. So I'm not sure what is the reason for that. I sent a couple of emails to the developer, but I could not get a proper answer. So I'll prefer not to activate this module as of now. Then go to performance. Here you can minify the codes. You can go for the leverage browser caching, and make sure like you don't go for optimized CSS because it's in beta, and if you click yes, you might have so many issues. So let me go with the 2 options, minify and the browse and cache. The next is analytics. Here you have to enter the code that you got from the Google Analytics, and other options you can keep it as it is if you're not sure what you're doing. All right, then you have the structured data. Again, structured data, it is giving the basic information. To get the structured data and rich snippet, you have to use other plugins. This is giving the basic setup for the structured data. So I can go by whatever is showing is the default one. Like for the post will be blog posting, for the page will be blog posting, you can add your logo. So these are all for the structured data. Now what is structured data? That I'm going to make a separate video for that. So for the structured data, go by the default options, then notice bar and GDPR that already I have shown you. Like you have to click only one option. So this is the GDPR option that you just click. Then coming to push notification, here you can use one signal to send it user the push notification. So if somebody is using or watching your or reading your articles in a mobile device, they'll be notified whenever you send a push notification. So it's a good option that you can add one signal to the AMP. You can use contact form 7 support. If you have the contact form 7, again we have to buy a separate plugin for that, and again it costs about 30 bucks. So as of now I'm not going to buy that because I don't use contact form 7. Coming to comments, so if you want to show the comments in your post, you can go for yes. You want to go for Facebook comments, WordPress comments, so you can click it yes. So this is the basic settings that you all might know. If you want to integrate the Facebook instant articles with AMP, you can click yes. Coming to tools, here you can hide certain categories in AMP, so that you can do it here. If you want to hide some tags in AMP, you can add all those things here. Alright, so this is just a staging website, so I don't have any categories to show here. Coming to advanced settings, here is the option for mobile redirection. What it does that if you click yes, all the blog posts will be served in AMP. What I mean to say that if someone is entering this link in their mobile devices, it is going to convert to AMP automatically. So let me check whether it works here. If I reduce the screen size, so this is the desktop version, and let me go for so you have to access the page in the mobile device to automatically convert it to AMP. Okay, so this is a very good options. If you are really sure that you want to serve all the posts in AMP version, then you should click it yes. If you want to show for tablets as well, you have to go for yes for the tablets. Here is one more good option, like change the endpoints to question mark AMP. So as I say, like all the AMP will be served like this. At the end you have to enter AMP. But sometimes you don't want the question mark, so in this case you can remove this and you can enter, but this won't work. It won't work as because you have to set this option. Okay, as you can see, this is working, and the reason being previously I used different plugin which was using this question mark with a question mark, and that's the reason it is redirecting to this option. Okay, so if you're using any AMP plugin before, then you can click it yes, otherwise you can keep it no. Then you can add some AdSense code over there for the AMP. So I've added 2 codes over there. Coming to e-commerce, again you have to buy a separate plugin to make it work with WooCommerce, which again cost about, I believe, 60 or 70 bucks. I'm not sure the price, but it costs too much. Translation panel, like there are tags like show more text, like non-AMP version, related post. So if you want to have a different text, you can add it here. So this is again a basic option that you all might know. Coming to design, we have couple of themes that you can choose. Out of that, only 3 or 4 is free. The best one is Swift theme that I'm using for this website. So this is the Swift theme. Now let me show you how the other themes look like. If you go to design 1, then this is the design 1, save changes, and let me show you how it looks like design 1. So this is the design 1, then design 2, so design 2, and then design 3, this is the design 3, and finally design 4 or Swift theme, which is the best I feel. So this looks much better. So you can choose theme, the free themes, or if you have a lot of money, you can buy some premium theme from their website. Now going to theme configuration, you can set the global color theme, you can set the hover color theme. So what is color theme? Let me show you. As you can see here, this color, right, this color I have set it here. Now for the hover theme, there are some, like if you put your mouse over there, then the color is changing. Right now the both the same color, so you might not see the difference. So let me go for some other color and show you. Now let me go there. I hope it should work. So the hover option is not working. It might work in the mobile version. If you want to use Google font, you can click on yes. These fonts are Poppins font, which is a Google font. So if you can click yes for the Google font. If you want to use sidebars, I'll prefer not to use that. And if you want to use icons, you go for Swift icons. If you want to add some custom code, that you can add it here. Coming to header design, so this is the header that I have right now. So if you want, you can use this kind of header or this kind of header. If you want to show the menu, then you can show the menu tabs. How to set the menu, that I'm going to show you now. So as you can see, there is a menu is coming, so you have to click yes, then the menu will show up. If no, then the menu won't show up. So you can see the menu option is gone, so you have to click on yes to show up the menu. So the menu option came. Now I'll show you how to set this menu. So for that, you have to go to appearance and menu. Here, as you can see, that this menu I have set as a AMP. So that's the reason this is coming. So any menu, desktop menu, you can convert to AMP menu by clicking this option, the AMP menu. All right. So we are done with the header. If you want, you can explore the advanced header options. So for the beginners, like it's not required. Coming to home page, so again you just keep it as it is, like don't change anything if you're not sure what you're doing. The single page design, like how the blog post will look like, so I choose this option. That's the reason my blog post is showing like this. If you use this option, then there is sidebar will come over there, and I'll prefer not to have the sidebar, so that's the reason I'm showing this. If you want to show other name, publish date, broadcast, then you can click yes. So as you can see, the other name is showing over there, then the broadcasts are showing over there. So if you want to show all those things, you can click yes. So again, these are the basic things that you can do that. Coming to footer, like header, you can choose different style. You can show some menu for the footer. So this is the menu for the footer. All right, so you can explore the advanced option if you know what you're doing. Coming to the pages, again, just keep it as it is. Coming to social sharing, if you want to show the social sharing bar at the bottom, this is very important, so you have to click it yes. So let me show, like if it is showing over there, as you can see, there's a bottom, there is a all social icons, so anyone can share your post very easily. So this option can be switched on using this option, which is called social share bar. Okay, other options you can just try and see. These are all basic options. So publish date, if you want to show, you can have the publish date. Miscellaneous, I believe not required as a beginner. And then finally that you can upgrade to pro version if you want. So if you click on pro versions, it will take you to their website. So let me click. So this is the pro version. It comes with a lot of features, but the price is too much, I believe, because for one website they cost about $149, and I believe that's per year. So every year you have to pay that much, and I don't feel that is really required if you're a beginner. So finally, our website, our WordPress blog has converted to AMP, and you might see a good amount of improvement in speed if you use AMP. Again, if I'm saying, like, if you're using newspaper theme, then it comes with the AMP setting, AMP default AMP plugin, which is far better than this plugin. But if you're not using newspaper theme like me, I'm using Astra, I'm using WordPress for my other websites, and for that I'm using this AMP plugin, which works really good. If you have any questions, any query on this AMP plugin, then do it in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer you. Thanks for watching.